Your favorite executive closing agent, AGENTISTA, and I'm back, but clearly I'm back with some important closing tips and topics. So let's go. I am so excited. I hope that everyone has had a great month so far, the month of June. I've been so busy. I was meaning to come and do videos and post videos on a daily basis or weekly basis, but I was slammed the last month of May, and then going into June, I brought on a new client, actually my first lender bank. And so I've been like extremely busy with training and closings with them. So I do apologize. So now I think I have a better balance in doing videos and closings and everything for the course as well. So just wanted to let you guys know where I've kind of been. But I've been trying to at least respond to people in the comment section. So I thank you for being patient with me. But today I wanted to discuss oversaturation in the industry. Is there a such thing as the notary industry being oversaturated? And I could kind of understand and see why people may think so, because especially if, let's say you exclusively work only with signing services, even though there are hundreds of signing services, but are they active? Are they actively calling you? Or, at least reaching out to you via text or email or anything of the such to assign you to their signings? And in my opinion, no, because I haven't in the past, when I was a loan signing agent working exclusively with signing services, I didn't really feel as though, that was really, they were really contacting me enough. So sometimes you kind of initially think that maybe it's so many agents out here or notaries out here. And technically there are a lot of notaries, but honestly, I have some statistics on that. In America, in the United States, let me bring this up because this is important. I like to get numbers. I'm a numbers person. I'm a finance professional by trade. So I like to understand the market that I am in, first of all, to study it, to see how I can penetrate it, to get the results that I want. So I did a lot of research, and it said today in 2018, there was an estimated 333 million 545,000 people that lived in the United States and Puerto Rico. So 333 million 545,000. So basically 334 million, according to the US Census Bureau. Of those individuals, 254 million were adults that were 18 years or older. And that's equivalent to 76% of the adults of the country's population. So the notary count broke 4 million in 1992. And today there is 4.4 million notaries commissioned throughout the United States, which is 1.7% of the adult population. So notaries only represent or make up less than 2% of the whole population. So when you think about it, you know, that doesn't sound like a lot, but if you are only going to signing services to secure your signings, you're not marketing yourself directly, then they can have a plethora of notaries in their databases, the signing services, and then based on their parameters, you know, that they use in their programming to extract notaries for and assign them to closings or signings, whatever the parameters are, that the client tells them that they want, then yeah, it starts looking like it's an oversaturation. This is why I highly, 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 highly recommend going direct. That's the only way you can have major influence and you can obtain the number of clients you want, the number of signings or closings, however you want to define it, that you would like, and at closer to the rates that you want. Because again, you know, you are still negotiating your rate with the client, with the direct escrow, title, lender, bank, but it'll be closer to the rate that you want, if not the rate that you want. So in my opinion, I don't have any competition. To me, oversaturation is an exaggeration. The only competition I have is myself. So as long as I put in the effort, and remember, this is not an overnight success story. This is something that took me a year plus to implement. But technically, I became a notary, a commissioned notary in the state of Illinois in last March 2020. So I've been doing this for maybe a year and 3 months. I didn't start seeing success at this until the 6-month mark. So that meant around maybe September last year, September. That's when I started seeing success in all my marketing efforts, marketing directly to escrow, title, lenders, and banks. So this is something that took time, and I was doing this daily. I was busy. I wouldn't even sleep because that's how passionate I was doing this. This is something that you have to be really eager and hungry to do. It's like, it's do this or don't eat type of mentality. You know, you can't have a foot half into this. You have to do this all the way. And then you still got to be patient to get the results. So I kind of put myself in this position so that I was able to transition into this fully. Since I have a finance background, I was working on finance projects. I was working virtually at home. And I picked up finance clients, working with them, or companies that were my clients. So I was able to have flexibility within my schedule to start doing signings, at first working with signing services. And then as that started to pick up based on my marketing efforts, then I started making income greater than the income that I was earning from signing services. That's how I was able to transition. And I know everyone is different for everyone being able to transition, especially if you're working. And of course, we are dependent on our full-time jobs, whatever that may be, and working for an employer, but we're depending on that income to sustain us as we're trying to either transition, start our own business, etc. So remember though, this is a business. You deserve a profit from this business. You're not doing this for free. And that's why I want to always reiterate, this is a business. This is nothing personal to anyone. You deserve the rate that you should get for this. And at the end of the day, you're no different than an attorney or a CPA. An attorney gets their full rate or what they negotiate with their clients. And so should we. So this is why, because you're trying to sustain a business. Just think of yourself, you're a business, okay? Whether you define yourself as a sole proprietor, a LLC, a corporation, whatever you define yourself as, but you are marketing yourself as a business. So you deserve to make a profit. How can you make a profit with lower rates? It's not going to work. You're not going to sustain your business, which is thus sustaining yourself personally and financially, and your families. So this is why I always want to reiterate, you have to go direct. That's the only way to get the volume of signings. You're not waiting on someone to call you, and you're clicking on a text or, accepting a closing or signing via an app, you're not waiting on that. You're going to get the work, the business yourself. But remember, just like any other business, you can start a clothing store, you can start a physical business. It still takes time to gain clients or get customers and then be able to break even, make a profit, and then transition into it, if you have to, 100% fully, if you weren't doing anything else, before, to sustain yourself financially. Everything takes time, okay? Nothing is overnight. And I never claimed that this was overnight for me. And again, I'm going to show you my commissions to show you that I started last March. I've been doing this well before even last March, because I had to do a lot of research into, being a notary and then getting the education behind it. So I did that at least 6 months to a year before I got commissioned. Okay, so technically I've been doing this for almost 2 years at this point. But if you want to go by the time I got commissioned, and when I started seeing the success, it was 6 months into it. So I really want to hear from everyone in the comments. I really want to understand and know from you what your experience is. Because again, everyone has different experiences. I'm here in the state of Illinois. So the way I study the market to know how to penetrate the market so that I can gain success in marketing to direct clients and gain their business, I make sure that I understand what's going on, and I look at the disadvantages and advantages. What can I use as a disadvantage to me? Because Illinois is a very political state. It's based on networking. Okay, that's a disadvantage for me. When I came back here from Texas to Illinois, I didn't know a single soul. And yet I had to transition from one industry to another industry where, again, I didn't know anyone. So that was a disadvantage. But then I saw what were my opportunities, what I could do to overcome any disadvantage. And you have to do the same thing where you're based. And again, here in Illinois, we are what signature state. Most of our closings or signings, however you want to define it, they're done in person. They're done, I have to get a physical inked signature from the borrower or from the buyer. So everything is done face to face. We're about 95, 96% traditional wet signature and maybe 4% hybrid, where we can have hybrid closings where a couple of pages in the document are done virtually, but then I still have to go out and get signatures for the remaining documents and again, still notarize. So at the end of the day, I had to realize, okay, this is the type of environment that I'm in. How can I overcome these challenges that I'm having? And then that's when I started to implement all my marketing strategies. So again, I kind of want to go back to my first set of videos when I told you that I'm an executive closing agent. I go by what my direct clients call me. So I'm going to answer to them. But whether you define yourself as a loan signing agent, a notary agent, a closer, a signer, I don't care. As long as you're getting the rates that you want, that you need at the volume of closings or signings that you want to sustain yourself, I can't stop, as a business, then that's all that matters at the end of the day. That's it. That's all at the end of the day. You can call yourself whatever you want. But I was just letting you know that by me calling myself an executive closing agent, I started using that in my marketing materials. And that actually helped. And that was one of my first marketing tips that I wanted to share with you. So it kind of went over a lot of people's heads because you were thinking that I meant that there's a disparity or there's not a difference between, or there's a complete difference between being a loan signing agent and being an executive closing agent. No, at the end of the day, we all do the same thing. But I go by what my clients call me, okay? And if they would like to call me an executive closing agent, I'm going to be called an executive closing agent as long as I get the rate and they give me the volume of closings that I need and I want. They can call me whatever they want to call me, and I'm going to use that in my marketing to gain other clients. Yes, I will. So that's all I wanted to just share with you, and that actually helped me. That was one of the first marketing tips that I used, and that kind of snowballed into other marketings that I did. And I discussed more of that in my course, the Book Solid system. If you like to learn more, please also, you can go to my website, agentista.com. It's in the description box. And I give a lot of detail, a lot of tips that I can't unfortunately share here for obvious reasons. So I give more detail there that I can really share and be really detailed and explicit into how I did everything. But also, again, I want to hear from you. What are your challenges? Why aren't you going direct? Are you intimidated with the process of marketing yourself? Is it that you're working full time? So this is still like a kind of like a side hustle for you, or you're trying to get into it, but it's harder to do, or you're just not getting the volume. So you're kind of signings at the rates that you want. So you're kind of giving up. I need to hear from you because I'm working on something really, 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 really big. I'm so excited. I can't tell you in detail. I'll be able to share more later, but I'm working on something really big that's ultimately going to benefit you. So I kind of need a full understanding, a 360 understanding as to what everyone else is experiencing, because I can only go by my experience, but I need to understand. So if you can please share, you don't have to share any major details, but just overall where you're at in the US, how long you've been a loan signing agent or a notary, however you want to define, your role, and also what challenges you've been experiencing or having. And if you're interested in going direct, or if you have any apprehensions going direct, let me know, please. What are your marketing tactics? What are you doing? Because I'm taking all of that in so that I can launch something that I'm working on. Again, it's really big. It's going to it's revolutionary. I can't tell a lot of details, but I'll be able to share more in July. Also, I'll be doing more live videos in July. I'll be taking you around for my closings, what I do on a day-to-day basis. So you can kind of see me moving around Chicago and also the state of Illinois. So I just want to kind of catch up on videos. That's why I kind of wanted to at least do a couple more videos and post them. So starting in the next week and a half, the first week, second week of July, I'll be posting and doing daily videos and posting them on a weekly basis. So you'll see me actually go to closings. Now, again, I can't show you the details of the closings, due to policy, due to privacy laws and privacy policies. I can't show you that, but you'll definitely see me more behind the scenes, moving around, going to closings and sharing information as I'm going to different closings. So if you, again, would like more information on my course, the Book Solid System, where I teach you how to market directly and make 6 figures as an executive closing agent, please find that description or that information in the description box, and please leave comments in the comment section as far as your experience with going direct and securing direct business. Also, for the students that are in the course currently, something just came to my attention today. Back when and I'm still doing marketing as we speak. I'm not laying off of securing more clients, but when I first started doing my marketing direct, I actually would email as part of my email campaign, because I also teach you how to use emails. I also emailed clients, but I wouldn't email them in mass. I would email them maybe 10 at a time, like a handful of clients at a time, a couple of times a day. But something was brought to my attention that sometimes if you do a mass email, meaning like maybe 500, 1,000 emails at a time, because I give you in the course, I give you 1,000 to 2,000. It's really closer to 2,000 direct contacts, their names, addresses, email addresses, telephone numbers. So taking that list and emailing them in mass is not a great idea, because you don't want your email system, or whoever uses your email provider for your campaigns, meaning Constant Contact, MailChimp, or just anything. If you use Microsoft Office, these are still third-party systems that we're utilizing. You don't want them to flag you in their system and deactivate your account or suspend your email account because they're thinking that you are spam. Unfortunately, they're thinking that you may be a hacker. So for the students that are currently in the course or anyone that's interested in the course as well, it's my suggestion that, because I want to avoid anything happening to your account or, the emails that you did send out to get lost in the shuffle because now your account is deactivated. And now you have to figure out how to reactivate your account with a different email provider. So for those that are in the course and are signing up for the course, just please consider, don't do a mass emailing. Just email a handful of potential clients, contacts at a time. That's why I say this is a progression. This is not something that you can just do overnight and expect results tomorrow. You have to progress through this, but you'll see results. Why will you see results? Because due to the nature of the world, as we know it, the economy as well, but it's the word begins with the letter P. I can't say it for obvious reasons, of course, but due to that, we're all at home. We're all pretty much working from home. So people are used to executives and company officers. They're used to doing business virtually. So email is so important, is even more important than when I started. To me, it's even more looked at now. So that's why I said you still need to incorporate that in your marketing efforts. Don't solely rely on it, no, but heavily incorporate it, yes, because they're looking at emails and connecting with individuals and connecting with potential business partners. They're looking at that even more so than they did even a year ago. This time last year, we were still just getting used to being able to work from home, because traditionally most people work in an office or worked in an office. Now everyone is virtual, or at least have a choice to work from home or in the office, because I know things are opening back up for everyone, or at least in certain areas, things are a little bit more public, but certain areas are still more limited and closed off. So people are more used to working virtually now. And people honestly want to work more virtually. So that's why they're embracing emails. So I don't want anything to happen to your email campaigns, your email communication to your clients or potential clients. So just please consider only emailing in limited quantities. Don't do a mass email. And so, yeah, I just want to bring that up. So I will have more videos coming. Again, I'm getting used to doing this video. I'm used to face-to-face communication, so it's going to take me a while to get used to talking in front of a camera. I'm used to talking to a person, so sometimes my speech may be thrown off a little bit, so I'm just working on it, so just understand that. But I am aware of that as well. So again, please leave additional comments in the comment section if you want me to address specific topics in my videos, and you will definitely see me more virtual or physically moving around the city, going to closings. I'll be starting that filming the first week of July. So be ready, just get ready. Things are about to blow up in a big way. So I look forward to seeing you in my next video, and take care. Happy closing.